What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man. And whatever you do, make sure that like button's blue and subscribe if you are new, bringing you all the best builds of 2K22. So with today's build, we will be going with a small forward, man. In case you didn't know, small forwards are really, honestly, the most balanced builds that I've seen in the game thus far, but that's neither here nor there. All right, handing this, we're going with left. Jersey numbers up to you as usual, man. For the height, we will be going with a 6'6" build. Now, I know 2K Labs recently dropped a 6'7". That is just a masterpiece of a build. I might have to put that on the channel, man. Let me know down in the comment section if y'all want to see the 2K Labs 6'7" super balanced build. But all right, for the weight, we are going with 200 pounds. The wingspan, we're going with 6'8". Body shape, I went with defined on this one. But you can do whatever you want, of course. It's your build, it's up to you, man. Make them look how you want to. But all right. So we're gonna start off with the finishing. First things first, I like to always do the driving dunk first. I feel like, you know, that kind of like determines the pace of the build, what exactly you're gonna be using it for. We will be going with a 92, which only gives you goal posterizer, but listen, that is all you need, especially with them increasing the dunk frequency recently. Yo, listen, 92 is all you need. You get all the dunks that you could possibly want on this build. We're going to leave driving layup at a 72. The only reason I would suggest upping that a little bit, maybe if you want to do teardrops, but if you don't want to do that, then honestly it doesn't really benefit you much to put that any higher. So for the close shot, we will be going with a 45. This isn't one of those inside Carmelo Anthony builds. This is just a regular small forward that will get the job done on most fronts. So just to avoid extra points at the end, we will take the standing dunk to a 29, and the post control just bump that up 1 to a 26. With the mid-range shot, we will be going with a 75. Pretty much, if you open in the mid-range, just shoot it, man. You probably won't miss. Shooting's already easy on this game, and it's super easy from the mid-range. So, all right, for the three-point, we will go down 1 from the max, which is an 88. You see all the badges we get. The most important one, in all honesty, is just that sniper, man. Make sure you have that on as high as you want it, as high as you can get it when you do the badge loadout, man. And I'm gonna cover that towards the end of the video. Make sure you stick around for the badges. I always plug y'all in with the best badges on the builds that I make. With the free throw, we're going straight for that sweet spot area where, you know, you get the most bang for your buck, so you're not spending too much points on free throw. We will stick with an 80. Now, the playmaking on this build is elite. I'm not gonna even front, yo. This build is one of those small forward builds that could easily run the point, easily run the two, because the playmaking is just there. So with the pass accuracy, we will be going up to a 90. You see that unlocks most of the passing related badges on goal, which, you know, it's pretty good for a small forward. We're going to max out the ball handle and max out the speed with the ball, so you will get every solid, you know, dribbling animation, and you get 29 badges, which is plenty. With those +5 badges you get from the rebirth thing, you definitely will not need to use that on playmaking. Probably a little bit on, I would say, the defensive side, but we ain't covered those badges yet. We're gonna get right into it. So for the perimeter defense, we will be going with an 83, which does get you clamps on silver. You know, if you want that higher, obviously just taking down something like pass accuracy, maybe even ball handle, you have a little wiggle room there. With an 87, you can go ahead down to an 80, and that would still be pretty solid. With the steel, we're going with a 61. That does get you pickpocket on bronze, which is pretty much only good for ripping big man. They already did the test. Even Hall of Fame, they nerf steals, man. They nerf steals. This build does not have much of it, just because honestly you don't need it. Now with the block, we're going with a 71. And listen, that gets you Intimidator, it gets you Chase Down, it gets you Rim Protector. Those are all the badges you need to play defense on the paint, in the paint as a small forward. That's pretty much it. Offensive rebound, we're gonna leave that alone. But with the defensive rebound, we will be going up to a 79 to give us a total of 16 defensive badges. It's not nothing too crazy, but it's just good enough for the build to be pretty solid. And of course, we never slack on the physicals, never. So with the speed, we will be maxing out an 85. Acceleration, we're gonna max it out an 83. With the strength, we will go up just a little bit to a 42. the vertical. We're gonna make sure that we get, you know, pretty solid packages, and it's actually decent at a 72. But if you do want to do a little bit more, you could, you know, knock down some of that, some of the stamina. I wouldn't personally do it. You know, I'd rather have the 99 stamina than to add a little bit of vertical. You know, you're not really missing out on a lot at a 72. So, all right, for the takeovers, I love the sharpshooting takeovers, and I like the finishing takeovers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put those two on, and it will most likely fit the playstyle that I will be running with on this build. And that gives you a two-way three-point playmaker. Honestly, one of the best names for one of the builds at the point guard position. This is a very balanced build. If you decide to make a taller point guard, it's not bad at all. We can go ahead and test the build, and I'm gonna show you these badges that I was talking about earlier, man. Gotta plug y'all in with the best badges to put on this build. So I'm gonna go posterizer, slithery, and then for the final, I get just enough to get Lob City on gold. You know, if you do get a chance to catch some lobs, just trust me, do it. If you rep grinding, it is one of the best ways to get some rep. It is one of the best ways to get your finishing badges. Catching lobs is honestly just where it's at if you can do it. So if I had to spend the 5 badges, honestly, I'd probably go shooting, man. You can never have, well, okay, you could. You can't have too many shooting badges, but for the most part, you can never have too many shooting badges, man. Make sure you take care of the big 3 as far as shooting badges go, and that is catch and shoot, hot zone hunter, and sniper. Even some of those lower tier badges like the bronze and the silver, they do work pretty well this year, so don't be afraid to put those on if you don't have all the badge points that you want. So with the last 2, I will be going with a gold Deadeye and a gold blinders. Even with just that, this build is going to be good enough to shoot. If you want to shoot off the dribble, because this build is such a good playmaker, you can go ahead and put stop and pop on as opposed to Deadeye. If you don't take bad shots, I won't say bad, but if you don't take questionable shots, for the most part, you do not need Deadeye. And honestly, you could probably get away with not having blinders. So for the 29 badges on this build, I think this build would be best suited to be a primary ball handler. So listen, I'm gonna give them all the best point guard badges-ish, I guess. So we're gonna go with a gold bullet passer, gold hyperdrive, gold quick first step, gold stop and go, gold unpluckable. And then for the last badge, I'm going to go with a gold handles for days. We do end up having 3 left. So gold glue hands, man. Look at that. All gold everything. You know, we got gold for days. All right. For the defensive badges, like I said, if I didn't use it in shooting, I would probably use the badges here. You only get 16, 5 is 21. You would still be plenty more than good enough, man, in all honesty. So chase down artist, we're gonna put that on bronze. I'm gonna put clamps the size I can get it, interceptor the size I can get it, Tyler's defender on silver. And then for the rest of these badges, it is completely up to you. I'm gonna throw on a box, rebound chaser, let's off-ball pest on gold. And this is even this is a pretty solid badge lineup. If you haven't ran anything like this, I would suggest trying it, especially if you're not the on-ball guy. You know, you can still use clamps on silver, but the off-ball pest really comes in handy when it's exactly what I'm saying, off-ball. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, man. I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out. But before you do, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe. It's your boy Don. I will catch y'all in the very next video, man.